Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the LC podcast. I'm your host, Lazer Chad, and this is my lovely co-host, Prophet. Prophet, how are you doing today?
I'm pretty well. We really gotta stop recording these so late, man. Like we have problems.
Yeah, the release is like in 6 hours, so hey, it's all right. Well, this is episode two, season one. Hopefully, you guys have enjoyed so far. Because before we begin with the episode, the response for episode one and the performance of that was amazing. Spotify, YouTube, even on Twitter, like it's been amazing. We have enjoyed it. It was a little bit scuffy. We didn't have any specific points to talk about, but hey, it's all good. Welcome back. Let's
I
enjoy
uh
this.
I specifically enjoyed how you were getting roasted and I was getting praised. You know that felt pretty good. That
Yeah,
was pretty good.
let us not mention that. Yeah, Amsterdam is not a country, boys. Right? Geography lessons over here on the LC podcast. Anyways,
Yeah, here at the LC podcast, we aim to educate, mostly Laser,
yeah.
because he really needs it.
Ah, man, the low IQ it affects in your career and stuff. So the podcast is gonna be weekly because we don't have that many things that going on in our lives. So we need like a week so we can get like new updates, new shit. And because yeah, so this will be a little bit more interesting than yeah, how was your day? Yeah, I ate pizza. Yeah, we don't want that on our podcast. But anyways, something did interesting did happen 2 days ago, and it was Prophet's birthday stream. So it was a late stream for his birthday. He turned 20. He's
hmm
miserable now. He has always been, right?
Yep.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah,
Um,
I mean, the birthday stream was pretty fun. I will say it was like a belated birthday stream because I actually turned 20 in June, like 22nd of June.
hmm.
It's just I happened to have like university exams and stuff going on at the time, so I wasn't able to really celebrate
Yeah, it's all good.
until last Friday.
It's all good. A lot of people enjoyed that, and it was a drinking stream. So yeah, tell them your challenges about the stream. So every drink was for like a sub or something.
Yeah, so I had it set up so that people could either, for like 5K channel points, make me hydrate, which meant I had to take a shot, spend bits, donations, or like subs, right? And then I had two kinds of alcohol. I had Jägermeister and I had licorice liqueur. And Jaeger was the more expensive one. And basically, it was just if you donate, I drink. So I had a bunch of those, which meant I took little baby shots just to ensure that, I didn't break any Twitch TOS because irresponsible drinking is a no no. So that was fun until like three-quarters of the stream in, where I just decided, yeah, I'm gonna switch over to the licorice liquor only because Jägermeister aftertaste was just, oh god, it was not
Why
good.
did you
So
choose
I switched
Jaeger?
over, and then it was just great.
Why did you choose Jaeger instead of vodka? Just good old
Because I
vodka.
don't like vodka. I think vodka's even worse. So like Jaeger's normally fine. It's just I don't know why it had really bad aftertaste.
I think
And then the
it's like
licorice
sticks
liquor
in the
was
stomach.
was like really nice.
I think it like stays in the stomach
Mm,
for a while.
No, that wasn't my problem. It literally just the aftertaste tasted like shaving cream, and it was just no good.
Jaeger cream.
But I mean, it was pretty fun because like we streamed for a long time. Unfortunately, we had some technical difficulties, but luckily we got past that, found alternatives, kept the stream going. That was
Yeah,
super
we're gonna
fun.
talk about that in a second.
Uh, a bunch of people like showed up, so that was really nice. I definitely had fun. Plus, I somehow managed to avoid getting completely smashed. So the next morning, I woke up and still enjoyed, being alive. So that was pretty nice.
Yeah, you weren't even hungover that much.
No, no, it wasn't. Yeah, I guess it's because I took the little shots. I definitely managed to save my liver on that one.
Yeah, because you drank like what, 5 liters of water. This guy had like a
Well, okay, 5 liters is an exaggeration, but yeah, I had a. Thank you, because I forgot to mention that.
yeah.
I had little water bottles that I took in between, so I had like four of them straight up. Like I just drank all four of them, and then I refilled like one of them like twice. So I definitely had about like a solid, I don't know, 2 3 liters of water. So I got my daily water in as well at the same time, which was nice. But yeah, definitely managed to kind of balance it out in my
Yeah,
system, so
that
I wasn't
saved
just
you.
completely gone.
That saved you
Yeah,
from
yeah, for sure.
uh passing out and stuff. Or even throwing it.
Yeah,
You didn't even
exactly.
throw up. Like I was surprised. Like
No,
many
no. I
shots.
also I also say this, yeah, because that's why like people came in, right? Because they're like, we just want to wreck him, we're gonna make him throw up, etc. The thing that surprised me
You
is
failed.
I didn't throw up off stream either. Like I feel like I should say that to anyone who did watch, who might be watching this, or anyone who's interested in that, knowing that. Yeah, I was fine off stream as well. I think I just went downstairs and ate some stuff, and then just went to sleep. Like I don't know how, but I was completely fine, and that actually felt really nice. I'm not
Ladies
gonna
and
lie. So
gentlemen,
that definitely
this
like.
this is a powerful man. He has a good stomach. He has a good digestive
Yeah,
system.
for sure, for sure, for sure, for sure.
Yeah, but talking about the stream, also a decent amount of subs. So you have finally like unlocked all the features on your streams for like emotes, everything.
Oh, oh my God. Yes. I don't know if I have all of them, but I definitely have a very good amount of like additional emotes because I now am up to, I think, 4 in total for tier 1 subs, which is basically the only emote slot you really want. Because, like, let's be real, unless you're a big, big streamer, people are most likely not going to drop a ton of money to get tier 2
25
and
bucks
tier
a
3
month.
and what. Right, and want like all the emote slots for that, right? It's like no, the occasional viewer who might do it, and even then would be insane, does it so to support you. They don't care about emotes, but the
Sims.
tier 1 emotes, on the other hand, I care about,
Yeah.
and I unlocked it. I wanted to unlock an additional couple, and I have them. So I'm working on emotes now. I have someone in my community called Very Sleepy Sky. He uses stuff like my going live tweets that I tend to make like funny faces and stuff, and then he essentially makes them into emotes for me, which I'm really thankful about. He does it for free. He does it because he really likes doing it, and it just helps me out greatly. So I'm really thankful
God
for
bless
that,
you.
and it definitely helps.
God bless you,
Yeah.
very
So right
sleepy.
now I have one that is like seems prof man, which is basically like seems good, right, but more happy. Like it's between feels good man and like seems good, like the
Oh
Twitch
yeah.
emote. It's somewhere in between.
Yeah.
And then I'm working on Profgasm because I have like a couple funny faces for that. So that's in the works. And then I still have, I think, like a couple slots remaining that I have to figure out. But we are working on it. So
Jeez.
that's going great.
Yeah, that was a successful stream, if you would say that. Well, it was your birthday, so
Yeah,
you
for
deserve
sure.
that. But talking about the difficulties that we had, Bioshock. So you tried to play
Yes.
Bioshock in the stream,
Mm-hmm.
and then like in
Yeah.
20 minutes
So
we just canceled the whole thing because, bruh, why?
yeah, I'm a bit confused on it because I read it when I got the Bioshock collection that apparently remastered had like technical difficulties and stuff. And like, well, okay, when I read it for remastered one, because Bioshock remastered, like Bioshock 2 remastered, it's supposed to have the technical difficulties. It's more like one doesn't look that great, right? But I was like, fine, it has some improved areas. I'll play one remastered, right? Instead of the original.
Yeah.
So we played it. We were like 20 minutes in, so it wasn't at a point where I felt like, oh, I can just hop over to original Bioshock to redo it. And then we had a weird kind of technical difficulty where our save file, when we kept trying to load in, it kept crashing the game, maybe because I was alt tabbing and the game didn't like that. So it just kept crashing over and over. And I
And the
was like, well, I
sound.
can't play like this.
Also, the
So
sound
I
was
had to, no,
way too high. Like we barely could hear the game.
right. That was the first thing is that settings are just a mess in it. Like trying to get settings right is annoying. Even now, after the stream, if I open stuff up, it's like switch between like windowed and unwindowed mode. Sound seems kind of unresponsive. Brightness settings kind of weird. And like once
Yeah.
you're inside of the game, it's fine, right? If you have everything set up, it's fine.
Hmm.
Except that one time because I don't know what was happening, but it just wouldn't let me load in. It just kept not being responsive and like crashing. So I had to stop it and get on to a different thing. But since then, since I have streamed since then, actually yesterday I went back to it on stream
Hmm.
and it worked just fine. So honestly, I have no clue what was up with it because like my save file worked fine. I checked it off stream, it worked fine. I checked it on stream, it worked
Oh
fine. We
wow.
streamed it for a couple hours and it was great because the game's really good, right?
Yeah, it
Still,
is.
in my opinion, and I'm going on a slight side tangent because I know some of my viewers might also watch this. I still prefer Bioshock 2. People are going to be like, no, Bioshock 2 is bad. It's like, no, no, I like Bioshock 2. I think it's more interesting to be able to go on the outside of Rapture as well, where it's really like, gone to shit, everything's breaking. I enjoyed that.
I haven't played any Bioshock
But
games yet.
Bioshock 1's really good. I recommend playing Bioshock. I don't know about the looks of it. Don't go into it if you want the most amazing looking game. But
Nah.
right now,
Uh,
it's pretty solid. Like gameplay is extremely solid,
story.
and segue, right? Since there's not too much we can do with the Bioshock settings, segueing over into playing Bioshock or the Bioshock Collection, which is all the games. They're on sale right now in the Steam Summer Sale, baby. Let's
Hell
talk about
yeah.
that
Yeah, I got
because
Payday
we
2
have.
for like 99 cents.
I might have to pick that up
My
because I
best
sold
investment.
like
my
I
best.
sold Steam cards to get those to get like about $1, like just like trading cards on Steam.
Oh
So
yeah,
I might get Payday too because I can afford it with that. But
dude,
there's a couple
it's
things I
such a
still have
big
to
game.
pick up. But it's only what till like the 8th, so we got like 3 days to get stuff done for it.
Wait, Steam Summer Sale has 3 days left?
Yeah, it says it on there. It's until like July 8th, I think.
Oh wow. Like summer still has until August at least. I don't know.
Yeah, but but it was from June 24th until July 8th. It's always like a limited time period.
Hmm. Oh,
But so you picked up like a Payday 2. Did you pick up anything else? Because I know I got a couple like things in there. So I'm curious if you picked up anything.
the problem is that I have Red Dead Redemption 2 right now. I'm playing that shit. So much
Right.
fun. So good. But I'm
Right.
playing it on
Yeah.
my console. So I'm not
Mm.
that active on Steam right now. But I was planning also to get Assassin's Creed because right now I'm
Which
also
one? Which one? Because
two,
the entire franchise is on sale, right?
two. Assassin's Creed 2 because that is one of the best games. Like I played it, but I didn't
Okay.
complete the whole
Yeah.
thing.
I didn't like Assassin's Creed 2, but that's because, and this is going to sound like the dumbest statement, I don't like the stealth sections. That's right. I don't like the stealth sections in Assassin's Creed. Which, yeah, that's
Wait, what?
especially in the early games. Yeah, that sounds dumb because it's a stealth game, but just not my thing.
Yeah, I think you'll be more a fan of Odyssey.
Yeah, see, I was looking more into like Odyssey, but it's just too expensive for me right now, I think. But like, I was looking more into like Odyssey and maybe Origins because I liked, for instance, like one of my favorite ones was Black Flag, right? Which also because it has really good combat, like it has some stealth sections. I wasn't a fan of that, but the combat, like the comboing and stuff, was really satisfying.
Hmm. Oh, really?
So I'm more looking towards that. But like, so you haven't picked up anything else yet? Because I picked some games up that I know I'm not gonna be able to touch for a while because I got other stuff planned. But
Yeah, the problem is like the most money I have paid on Steam isn't about like paying for games. It's for paying for
mm,
skins on CS:GO. That's like
yeah,
that's
yeah,
I
that
pay
makes
like
sense.
too much money in that game, Jesus. And
Yeah,
also
I'm
they
not
released
much
new
of a skin
battle
man
passes.
myself.
Yeah, they released new battle
Mm,
passes and stuff for that. Oh, yeah, yeah. I actually picked up something, but like it's not me who picked it
yeah,
up. Like my friend had my account, so he did it for
yeah.
me. Dirt Rally. That shit was like on what, $9, $10, something like that. So
What game?
Dirt Rally. I'm a fan
Did you say
of racing
Dead
game.
Rally?
Dirt Rally, yes. I'm a fan of
Oh,
racing games.
Dirt
Yeah,
Rally. Oh, that makes sense. Well, I mean that's good pickups. Okay,
it's
this
so
is where I'm like
realistic,
I
way
say
too
that's a good
realistic.
pickup because I don't really play racing games, right? So I'm
Mm.
like, oof.
Yeah, each to their
But
own.
you know what game I still have to pick up because it was decided by a poll, and I'm kind of like, oh, but it's like $10. But also, I should pick it up because it'll be content in the future. I still got to pick up Dark Souls 3.
Ooh.
Because I made a poll and I was like, what do we want? Shadow of Mordor, right? Which has like a really unique nemesis system and stuff. Um, Even though I think the PC port's kind of not amazing from what I heard, but like Shadow of Mordor
Mm.
or Skull the Hero Slayer, which is like a Metroidvania type hack and slash game, pretty fun. Or Dark Souls 3. And of course, everyone was like, Dark Souls 3, even though I'm like, oh, I'm going to rage at this and just not enjoy myself.
I
So I
mean,
still have to pick that up because I haven't gotten around to paying for it.
you got 60 subs on your stream, so I think you can afford it now. Just kidding.
Well, I mean, okay, I didn't get 60. I got like 30, right? Which I'm incredibly grateful for. Don't get me
Hey,
wrong.
still
But I'm
pretty good.
spending that money on, we talked about this off the podcast. I'm spending that on upgrading straight up my stream. So not just
Yeah,
like games for it. I'm
better
just
quality.
upgrading my equipment basically
I'm
to make
actually,
sure that I can provide better stream. Because I got like games enough to play on stream right now because I have like an entire shit ton of collections that I just never finished. And like I'm moving more towards single player games.
mm,
So that's going to be fun. But it's more like Dark Souls 3 is just going to be frustrating because I don't know what to do. And like it's literally made to
dude,
piss you off
Dark
because it's like
Soul.
super
I
like
always heard.
it's literally like get annoyed and then feel satisfied when you kill something, right?
Yeah, that's the whole
Like very
process of
much
the game.
trial and error. Yeah, exactly. So like that's going to be fun when I get around to it, but I also know I'm going to annoy myself with it. Granted, I did say three because I think three is the most beginner friendly, but that's one of the pickups I have to do.
Yeah.
Then I bought a little game called Wargroove, which does have co-op. It was like, I don't know, I can get it for like $2. It's like $10 on Steam, but I got it off a third-party place for like $2.
Oh.
And it's like it kind of, I don't know if you know Advance Wars, like the Game Boy game.
Nah.
Like it's turn-based, grid-based. It's kind of that style. But it's like a turn-based strategy game, and it's just funny. So I played that on stream once, and I think I'm gonna return to that or like start that after I complete Bioshock. Right. So I got that, which is nice, and then I of course got the Bioshock collection, which
Oh,
is Bioshock
the
One,
entire thing.
Bioshock. Yeah, because it comes as a bundle, and it was like $10. So you have like
Oh yeah,
Bioshock,
that's a
Bioshock
good
2,
investment.
Bioshock Infinite, Bioshock Remastered, Bioshock 2 Remastered. So I've been playing through Remastered 1,
Hmm.
and I'm gonna probably do Remastered 2, hoping it doesn't crash too often after I finish 1.
Yeah.
And then we got Infinite, and I probably do Infinite after that, but I'm not sure. And it also comes with all the DLC. So that's definitely one of my most exciting pickups because I was really looking forward to that.
Hell
And
yeah.
those are my pickups so far. I might still look through it in the next couple days, see if there's anything worth picking up, right? I actually coincidentally, right before we started filming, a buddy of mine dropped a video. Well, I'd say buddy, more like a mutual streamer I like watching,
Mm.
right? Smaller streamer. Dropped a video that's like my Steam summer sale pickups. I'm gonna look at that.
Yeah. Take some
Oh,
notes.
and I picked up Battlefield 1. I forgot about that.
Oh
I
yeah,
picked
you
up
played that
Battlefield
on
1.
your
Battlefield
stream.
1 was good. Yeah, I do like
It
Battlefield
is a
1. It's
good
just I've
game.
not gotten around
It is a
to
good
back
game,
to it
yeah.
on stream yet, but it's super fun.
Yeah, yeah, it is a good game.
Yeah.
Visually, I'm like, dude,
So,
the engine is just so good.
dude, it's
We
actually
talked about this in the
incredibly
last
visually.
stream. EA has one of the
Mhm.
best FPS engines ever.
Yeah, because that game looks incredible, even though it came out like years ago.
Yeah, and the gameplay too. It's just finesse.
Exactly. But we did kind of already talk about that last
Yeah.
time. So are you also gonna still go through it to see if there's anything worth picking up? Because I mean, Steam summer sale savings are like incredible.
Still
So
last
even if you're
weekend.
not playing
I
it
just
now,
checked Cyberpunk 77. It's $40.
mm. Yeah, I mean, I definitely look more towards games that came out a couple years ago, and like smaller games if you actually want good savings. Because like big titles are gonna
Yeah.
save like maybe $20, but they're still expensive.
Yeah, still not that much. But dude, I was so excited for Cyberpunk.
Oh yeah.
Everyone was. Everyone on the planet. Hey, it's alright. It's all good. We don't talk about the past. That is forbidden. That is a sin.
Of course, of course. We look towards the future here at the LC podcast.
True. Yeah. Speaking about the future, future updates coming for two of my favorite games, I think, right now. The ones that I want to head to when streaming, at least. Naruto 1 and Dev's Sim. You know, if you're watching this and you're familiar with the IO community, you might know a name called Sim. He's one of the main developers. He created one of the most popular IO games right now, Venge.io, and
He actually developed a couple. He has Venge under his belt, but Sam's also responsible for Mini Royale, as far as I'm aware.
yes, Mini Royale 2. That is a good game. So he has announced last week or 2 weeks ago about a new survival game, and so right now he's doing big changes with it. It looks amazing. It looks very good.
I've not actually seen anything about this yet. So, like, can you describe it to me as
It's a
you know,
survival
similar
game.
to like the audience, or
It's basically Minecraft. Not Minecraft. Like you're stranded on an island by yourself, and so you
Right.
collect resources, you kill animals. It's the standard good old stuff. But because no browser game perfected that yet, and if like the game
Yes.
so far, like it's in the very early stages of beta, it looks
Yeah.
very nice. It looks actually like good, like good
Yeah,
quality.
I think I pulled up his Twitter quickly.
Mm.
I think I have seen stuff of this because he tweeted back in May
Yeah,
about
yes.
it, I think, as well. The
So
lighting and shading looks incredible. Like, it looks way better than most browser games.
yeah,
That's definitely exciting because I like Sam, man. He makes like good games.
Sim
The only
is
thing he has is that
very
he tends to be too busy to interact with the community, so that's kind of like the disconnect.
I mean,
But he's like a fantastic developer, and if you actually get through to the guy, which can be
very
hard because it's like can be hard to reach,
very talented.
he's incredibly nice, and like it's incredibly nice to have a conversation with him as well. As I've been like privileged, and I think you as well. We've been like privileged to actually get through and be able to directly talk to him on occasions.
Yeah,
and he's always like super nice to talk to.
Yeah, of course. Hey, big up, Sim. If you're listening to this, the IO community says thank you for all the excitement. And hey, we can't wait for your next project. So yeah, it's gonna be good. Another game that I would want to talk about is Narrow.1. So this is one of the games that has like one of the most underrated developer teams, at least for me. No one knows these guys. Like barely anyone knows them.
They're like pretty new, I think, because they made like a duck game and stuff like that before, and
Yeah.
visually they have a very unique style and it's very
Yes.
nice.
So they
But I
have,
think they're just new to the scene. So I hope, because I've played Narrow, you're way more familiar with it, but I
yeah,
played it like a couple times as well, and they are definitely like really good at what they do.
they added a new map. They added the better lighting. Um, soon they're gonna. So I asked them about the party and party system and everything, and so they're gonna
Right,
add different skins. They want to add like more colors to the game. So they want to add different characters, different
right.
bows, and then they're gonna add finally the party system, the one that everyone was asking about. So
Mm.
basically, it's a
Yes,
quick arcade game right now.
because
So you just like you
yeah,
jump
because
in
I
and
was
you
gonna
make the
say
game.
like I asked about the party system like when I first played it, and that was like I don't know like 2 months ago or something.
Yeah.
So it's good to do that. The thing I'm curious if they have done by now, because back when I played it, they didn't.
Mm.
Do they have accounts yet or no? Because like there's no way for you to
Yeah,
distinguish your
that
player
is gonna
from
come
another
out with the
person.
party system and everything. So far, they're
Right.
just working to like make it polished as much as possible so you can enjoy the
Mm.
gameplay. And then when they add the party system, the account and everything. So yeah, hopefully that will be pretty good. But yeah, in the early stage, like 2 months ago. So if you want to like join with anyone specific in the game, you just refresh because like barely anyone played that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
a
exactly.
couple of people, including me, was like pushing it a little bit, streaming it, tweeting about it. I see so much potential for this game, especially because like it's in the medieval times, and I like this style so much. Stories, games, movies.
It is.
Medieval times are
Yeah.
like God
It's
tier.
also from a gameplay perspective, it's really interesting to have a kind of
Yeah,
first person shooter that uses like bows.
just
That's
bows.
that's definitely something
It focuses a
that
lot
was super
on
interesting
the
to me
aim.
when I played it.
Yeah, it focuses a lot on the aim. Just like sniper, like you need to have decent aim or at least practice
Yeah.
it before you can get like decent amount of kills and
Yeah,
enjoy the
and then
game.
like depending on what, because I last when I played it, I played in between. It had a couple bows in it already. Depending on what bow, you have to switch it up,
Yeah, so
etc.
you have like
Very exciting stuff.
speedy.
Can't wait for their party system. I think that will definitely help them grow.
Yeah, no, I don't want.
But talking about IO games that we're excited for updates that are coming, and this is not on the bulletin board, but I am pushing this in here because it's launching relatively soon.
Roland? Hey,
Rollum.io,
Roland. Yeah, so if you're familiar
which
with Monkey Ball, this is your
yes,
gift. This is your
right.
present for
It's an IO game that's like super familiar with something like Monkey Ball, except instead of moving your world, you move your little hamster character in his ball. It's super fun. It's like a kind of messy collision on
perfect game for
a
speedrunners.
platformer where you're trying to do stuff. Yeah, the great thing I was gonna say is the developer has definitely, because like he listens to the community, he implements stuff. So there's
Mm.
controller support in it for like the IO game, like browser game. That's amazing. There's a quick reset button so you can try to speedrun it.
Mm.
The specifics are a bit unsure on how exactly it will be done when it launches. If it's gonna have the chaos mode where like everyone bumps into each other, and then potentially like a kind of more single player mode so you can set records, because there's worldwide records
Yeah,
on each map that you can set your name for it, and timing can be insane. So I'm very much looking forward to that. It has a
shortcuts and
bunch of
everything.
maps. I think when it launches, it's supposed to have a map editor as well, so the community can make maps. Very exciting things.
Yeah, also
And
with
that's
Venge, they're gonna have map editor too.
yes, map editors are always super exciting. So both big up to both the developer of Rolam and obviously Sam. I'm struggling to think of. I feel so embarrassed. I'm struggling to think of the developer's name real quick because I remember his Twitter and I've talked to him. Saki, that's it. I'm stupid.
Saki, yeah.
Saki was also behind the very successful uh, Tank Royale.io, right? Which
Mm.
is great. Great guy. Equally nice as Sam. Always great to talk to. Listens to a bunch of the stuff you tell him.
I just
Always
noticed
awesome. That
developers
should
in
be
general are cool.
launching in like August, I think, which I'm very excited for. It's
Roland?
been kind of radio silent in the Discord, which is like super closed beta Discord.
Mm.
And I think that just proves how much work he's been putting into it, that like he's just been working on it nonstop. But
Yeah,
yeah, that's gonna be super excited when it launches, and I just quickly wanted to throw that in there because it's one of the only IO games I'm genuinely like really excited for.
yeah, pretty cool. Yeah, hopefully all the games like launch an update in the next couple of weeks, and so we're gonna have like brand new content and just like enjoy the IO space in a while because tournaments, updates haven't been going in so much since like
Mhm.
recently. So yeah, hopefully things go up from here. Um,
Yeah, for sure.
yeah, so in the past 2 weeks, we talked about, in the last episode, we talked about how you left Knights Academy Gaming, the organization, and now you're
Right.
independent. Wow, English, dude. So we just want to know, how do you feel being like not attached to an organization? Because you have been with CAG since a while, since like a year, since it started.
Right.
And
Well, I mean, there's a couple points to that question, right? It's like, first off, yes, I am independent at the moment, but I am trying actively to get into GG Pride, which is
yeah.
like another organization. And that's mostly because I respect a lot of their content creators.
Hmm.
And I did recently get added to like their grinders chat's what it's called, which is basically like where they kind of pick up, like where they look at who to pick
Yeah,
up
hell
because they're
yeah.
the people who actively grind to get into the game. So yes, I'm independent, but also I'm definitely moving towards that goal. So it's not like, oh, I decided to go fully independent.
Hmm.
Honestly, though, the difference between what I used to have and what I have now is really not that big. And I think that's part of the reason why I left CAG, right? And it's not that, oh, CAG doesn't do anything to help you. No, that's not what I'm trying to say. CAG does a lot of things for you, as Lazer would know, as like a bunch of people would know.
Of course.
If you are moving within the IO space, sorry, I just dropped something. I hope that's not
No, that's all
picking up
right.
on camera. But like, it's doing a lot for you if you're trying to move within the IO space.
Hmm.
It gets you numbers then. That's where their viewer base is. That's where it really helps you to grow. That's where it really helps you to get more viewers, etc. My problem is I was moving outside of those spaces. So when I was streaming anything that wasn't IO, I wasn't really getting much traction from the things that CAG was helping me plug anyway,
Yeah.
right? Like they tried. This is not up to them. This is literally how viewer bases work.
Yeah.
So me moving away from it, honestly, my viewer numbers have been the same, if not going up. So that's good.
Yeah, that's
Me
amazing.
trying to grind for prize definitely something I'm happy with. Me being independent to that degree doesn't really change anything because I was already almost a separate entity in regards to live streaming in CAG anyway.
Hmm.
Because the reason I was mostly connected with it was more like admintorial stuff, like just doing stuff behind the scenes. And now that I'm streaming, I'm definitely just getting more of like an audience through other groups that I'm like joining and that I'm a part of and getting my social pushes from elsewhere. So
Also,
not really that big of a difference to me.
you were in a big part of CAG, so you had a couple of responsibilities. So you were the front face of
Right.
a game, Eve. You
Right.
had the responsibility
Yes.
of modding. Discord. Discord
Hmm.
actually is amazing for CAG. It has like 600, 700
Mm.
members.
Yeah, exactly. The Discord's great, and like obviously, if you're a content creator, your stuff gets plugged on the Discord. But at least in my opinion, it definitely depends on what you're streaming for that to actually help. Which is basically comes down to the if you're streaming something like Venge, right,
Yeah,
or another IO game, and it's being plugged in the Discord, awesome. People are gonna see it. That's where the
amazing.
core audience is. People are gonna click on it. People are gonna be like, "Hey, I know you're a part of CAG, this and this, right?" So
Let me
they want
join.
that. If you're streaming anything that is not a browser or IO game,
Mm.
people care way less, and you're not going to get really interactions because you're just missing out the viewer base.
Yeah,
Like
so
it's just a
like the fan
mismatch.
base itself is overall like interested in your games in CAG at least. So yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Um,
Well, that brings me to you. How have you been doing with your music, my guy? Because that's enough about me. Let's talk about you.
yeah. So as you guys know, my only release, at least so far in the mainstream media, like all the social platform, all the major platforms, is my latest one, Welcome to Reality. But I've been arranging, I've been trying to arrange
Which, well,
features.
I just like to quickly say, which has been getting good numbers as far as I've
Yeah, and
been brought
Spotify
aware.
has right now
Congratulations, my guy.
45,000 people streams on Spotify. So that is actually amazing. Actually,
Mm,
like what, 12,000 on SoundCloud? So yeah.
those are some good numbers, dude.
Yeah, people actually like the song. I don't know how, but yeah. I was gonna say I'm trying to get features for it, so I managed to get an actual like decent feature. Good lyricism, good flow, decent numbers.
Hmm.
Hopefully, if all works all good. But yeah, I have recorded my latest release. Um, if you want a teaser, then hopefully it will be out soon. But yeah, so far it just needs mixing, get his verse, and yeah, hopefully it will be a banger. Can't wait for you to listen to it.
That does sound very exciting, dude. I'm honestly hyped for that release. I hope everyone else is as well, because obviously, like LC podcast, we know LC. We're waiting for his stuff, right? So I'm sure
Big
that's
boy
hopefully
LC.
going to do as well, if not better, than your first release. So
Yeah,
big ups on that.
hey,
Congratulations.
thanks, my guy. So yeah, this is so far episode two. We're gonna keep the range for the episodes from about 25 to 30 minutes because when we want to get it for like longer episodes, we're gonna have to like get more exciting stuff, more stuff to talk about. But yeah, so far, hopefully you guys enjoyed. And we'll see you guys next week in episode three. See you later. Goodbye.
No gold is not enough. She's a